Chat? Hello? Can you hear me okay? I just thought I would do another sound test at the beginning here. Do let me know. Do let me know. If we're good and everything sounds okay, then we'll go. You ready? Let's go! Let's do it. Cooking stream time in 5 minutes. I'll see you then. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone. It's been a little bit of a moment since we've done a cooking stream again. The last one we did was Cathy Mitchell's Dump Cakes cookbook. And we ended up loving it. And so here we are once again. I'm actually standing in my real life kitchen. It might not seem like it, but I am. And I will show you what that looks like in about a second. How we doing, chat? How we doing? Welcome on in. I see Lord Tank is here. How you doing, Lord Tank? Wyvernial, welcome on in. How you doing? How are you? Illilin! How's it going, babe? You dreamt of dump cakes? Yeah, so I have to say, last stream we did in my kitchen when we made cakes, it really changed my opinion on Cathy Mitchell's cooking and food philosophy, if you will, because they all turned out to be bangers. Even the one that was just like cake powder and 7-Up in a form ended up being just amazing at the end of it. I was so flabbergasted for like the next week or so. I was surprised all around. I didn't expect a good result, and we got a brilliant result, and I ate cake for like 3 weeks after. We had to freeze it. It didn't last long in the freezer. Didn't last long. Let's see. We have Fighter Phoenix. Thank you so much for 13 months of support. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Pistachian says, doing good. I'm probably gonna have my own apartment soon. Congratulations, Pistachian. That's huge. Amazing. I hope all of that comes together and that it goes well. You love to hear it. Can we come over and eat all of your furniture? Asks Pospal. I think that's implied, Nikki. If you tell me in chat that you're moving into a new apartment, of course, that means I'm automatically invited, right? For the homecoming party. Homewarming party. Homecoming is a different thing. Easy mistake to make. Hey, do you want to jump into my real life kitchen? I feel silly walking around this whole big huge room talking, and then my avatar is just over here. You should be seeing what I'm seeing, right? Dragon homewarming my place with fire. I'd be happy to. Any day. IRL dragon time, something like so. I didn't have time to set up the face cam, it's the only thing today. Besides that, I think we're pretty much in business. Let's do it. Here is my real life kitchen coming up. I'll see you there. Hello once again. Oh, already there's a cable sticking out here. You see this? Unbelievable. Spend all this time clearing at the space and then there's still a cable. Hang on. It's gonna bother me. There we go. That's better.
Stop. You violated the law.
No, I don't think so.
Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence.
No, I'm good. Welcome everyone to my real life kitchen. As you can see, today's subject matter is another Cathy Mitchell cookbook. This is Dump Dinners, quick and easy dump dinners, an absolute bestseller, and it actually was. When this came out, it did really quite well. And you may know Cathy Mitchell from As Seen on TV infomercials. Yes, very closely associated with a lot of the food programming on channels like As Seen on TV or segments. Sometimes I know they do segments on other channels as well. And you might even have seen Cathy Mitchell on things like Tim and Eric, or check it out with Dr. Steve Brule. She's also been on. as a little cameo. And yeah, I've really garnered a lot of respect for Cathy Mitchell since the last stream we did. I did talked about how the cakes we made turned out amazing. But I also really, after reading a little bit of this cookbook that we have right here in preparation for today, I'm really quite on board with Cathy Mitchell's food philosophy. In fact, I kind of just want to show you some of the opening words here a little bit. Not all of it, don't worry. But I think it is a good sentiment and one that I absolutely agree with when it comes to cooking. I feel like food and good food and healthy food and affordable food should be accessible to everyone. And I'm maybe not so obsessed with gourmet cooking as much as I am, I don't know, wanting to inspire people to get started themselves, even if it's with something small. Because cooking is such an essential skill, in my book at least, because it's something you need to do every single day. So it's something that I think is worth investing a time into and building up a basic skill set. So, in this dumb cooking cookbook, it starts by saying if you're like most people trying to lead a busy life in the modern world, you probably often rely on things like fast food and pizza delivery for dinner. You know, eating this way is unhealthy and expensive, yet you can't seem to find the time to get a healthy home-cooked meal on the table for your family. Many people have simply given up on the idea of cooking because it seems so time-consuming and stressful, so you're not alone. And so it kind of goes into a pretty common problem that I feel like a lot of young adults have, is once you're in employment, you're starting to get a career going, you work super long days, you commute to and fro home maybe, and then once you're home from work in the evening, it's already 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening, and you only have a few more hours left to spend on the day. And do you want to spend the rest of your day in the kitchen making food? You could. But also, like a lot of us, you know, you wanna do a lot of things. You wanna get a lot of things done. You wanna work on your creative projects. You wanna socialize. You wanna have dinner. You wanna take care of yourself. You wanna clean your house. You wanna relax a little bit, play some games. So I really quite relate to what Cathy is pitching and saying here. And so this is actually a really brilliant book for making really simple dinners. Dinners that are super easy, super simple, almost like foundations for dishes, as simple as you can make them. And then my recommendation then would be to add to that and expand on it. But you can see there's not many steps or ingredients to these recipes, just like the dessert cookbook that we did, which by the way, I still have that over there. This is the one we did last time. Which it's brilliant, by the way. I loved everything we tried in there. Would like to do more in the future. It's like this, but it's dinner food. So, you know, instead of simple desserts, you have simple dinners. And last thing I'm going to mention about this before we actually go into the food itself, there is a chapter at the end of the book that I thought was really quite ingenious. I haven't seen this before in a cookbook. So, you get to this part. And it is titled Cook Once, Eat Twice. And what this is actually recipe sets that share the same ingredients. So what Cathy is saying here is that you can make a slow-cooked pot roast, and then with the leftover ingredients from this first recipe, you can then the next day make easy shredded beef tacos without having to buy anything else. You already have that from the first recipe. It's something a little bit different. It's not the same as the first one, so you still get that variety. And someone's already done the work for you and prepared these and done the calculations, etc., etc. Really a great resource if you're trying to save on time, if you're trying to get better at meal prep and the like. It even goes into how to meal prep specific ingredients, be it your proteins and meats, be it your vegetables, how you can pack them, cook them, freeze them, so you can very quickly turn this into a dinner. Without having tried any of these recipes before, that's what we're about to do. Don't worry, we'll get to that. I really like the concept. One thing I will say is that it is... Oh my god, is that a kobold right on me? Huh. That is quite the fall. That looks brutal. I'm like twisting my head around, craning my neck, trying to have a look at this. Oh, and I lost my earbud, of course. Are you kidding me? I lost my earbud and it rolled under the sink. Okay. All right. Let me try and dig this out again.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You flushed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, there's a little gap under the counter by the sink, and it fell perfectly under there. Okay, we're good. Let me flush this man down. Let me. Can I do that here? Can I flush kobolds here? Surely I can. I can. Okay, good. Good. Sorry, where was I? Right! Dump dinners is today's subject matter, and I've picked out about 5 recipes. I doubt very much that we'll have time for all of them, just like with the cakes cookbook. However, we will try to get as many out the door as possible, and the rest I'm probably gonna try over the weekend because we have all the ingredients, so I might as well. So, what do you say, chat? Do you want to get started with this beauty over here? It's Cathy. It's Cathy time. There she is. Love that crunch. The cooking hat usually helps hair not fall into the food. With a fluffy dragon, it's not really useful though. Okay, so you're saying really I should have a full body hat that covers my whole body. I see. Well, I'll have a talk to my tailor and see what I can have made. But I think that will look quite weird. So I think I'm gonna stick with what I have. Thanks very much. Listen, let's have a look at the recipes I've picked out. I've made little tabs here with Post-its. And I don't know if there's a specific order we should do. I might just go in order of what is first in the book that I've marked. So the first one I've picked out here is a baked honey Dijon chicken and potatoes, I guess, casserole. So just like the dump cakes, you will dump this into a form like so. Stick it into the oven or big air fryer like we're doing. And that is pretty much it. You're not supposed to have to do a lot for this. It might be that I have to cut up individual vegetables and stuff like that. That's usually not included in the actual recipe steps. But it does, to be fair, teach you to meal or ingredient prep a lot of these things ahead of time. So that is a whole chapter of the book. You can do that if you wish. I'm gonna do it on the fly, as I tend to do. So, first up, baked honey Dijon chicken and potatoes serves 4. We have 1 pound red potatoes, quartered. That's 500 grams. Nikki has done the calculations today, so I have them right there. 1 cup honey mustard salad dressing. 1 tablespoon chopped onion. 1 tablespoon chopped onion. Isn't that weird? Is that weird? Anyone else out? Who writes tablespoon of chopped onion? Why not just do like a quarter of an onion or half an onion or a whole onion? Tablespoon. Okay. 8 chicken thighs. And then the steps are as follows. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees. I don't know what that is. We're gonna have to look that up. Spray a baking sheet with cooking spray. Toss all the ingredients in a large bowl or plastic bag. Lay in an even layer on the baking sheet. Bake for 45 to 50 minutes until the chicken is cooked through and the potatoes are tender. Okay. All right. You don't think I'm gonna enclose this in a plastic bag and then just put that on the tray, right? I assume I'm gonna empty this out on the tray after tossing all the ingredients together. It could have been a little bit more clear. Because if I was 10% stupider, I think I would burn some plastic today. Thankfully, I know better than to put a plastic bag in there. So let's do it without that. All right, ingredients. You can see I actually have a pretty clean workspace today.
I don't get it.
No, that's fine. Usually I have some ingredients like spread out for decoration. I decided today let's start with a clean slate, and I will instead just get all the ingredients that we need when we need them, and that way you can probably more clearly see what goes into the recipe that we're working on at all times. So first up is our potatoes. We have our honey and mustard Dijon salad dressing. Plop. Next up, it is chopped onion. Do we have any onions about? I know we do. Let me find it. All right, an onion. This one's a little bit gross on one side, but I'll cut that off. That's okay. We don't waste any food here. And then we have our chicken thighs. Let's see. So that should be up in here somewhere. That's chicken breast fillets.
Chopped onion.
There's chopped onions in the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Chicken thighs though is what I need. Oh, chicken. It's breast fillets. Nikki, did you buy any chicken thighs? Hello, Rexy. How you doing today? The onion is in the freezer. Sorry, chat. We're just getting some ingredients from the fridge. Give us a moment.
I know fish don't have fingers, but I didn't realize chickens have thighs.
Oh boy, do they ever. I think Nikki bought chicken breasts instead of thighs. That's totally fine, so we'll just take some of those. Alrighty, that's fine. No sweat there. Let's keep it moving. So, instead of chicken thighs, we will do breasts. That is fine. What do you think the ratio is, chat, between 8 chicken thighs and breasts? I guess chicken thighs are usually a little bit smaller. So, I think we can eyeball this. That's fine with me. Okay. Well. First ingredient, 1 pound red potatoes quartered. Does not say peeled. So I'm gonna leave the skin on. I like my potatoes with skin on anyway. So that's fine by me. I can run to the Tesco if you want to start with another recipe. Chicken thighs and chicken breasts, they're so close. They're so close that I think we're good, Nikki. I'm sure I can use my imagination and try to imagine what it would be like with chicken thighs instead. That's a-okay with me. All right, potatoes. Potat. Let's see. That's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Let's start by washing these fellas. I think I'm just gonna get a colander and rinse them under the water. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but the camera angle is quite different this time around. Thought I would experiment a little bit more with a camera placement. I wasn't really happy with where we had it before, which was more under the cupboards over here. You see where my hand is? But I decided I wanted a wider angle. So let me know today if you end up preferring this to what we had before, or if you want me to go back. Just thought I would try switching it up. This way you should at least be able to see more, was the idea. All right, I'm just rinsing these potatoes under some cold water. There we are. There we are. Okay, potato time. Potato time. Blue nails. Yes. Yes. Don't mind me just watching someone make a 5-star meal while I sit at home eating microwave lasagna. Wow. I don't know about 5-star meals. I don't... You didn't listen to the intro I just gave, did you? No, these are really, really simple recipes that cut a lot of corners specifically to make them super easy and accessible. So I would not say that these are 5-star gourmet dishes. Nonetheless, I do want to give them a fair shake. And I expect, like I said, we can build on these recipes. So once you've added all the ingredients, you can then, you know, season it to your liking and stuff like that. It doesn't really explain a lot in terms of seasoning and stuff like that. I guess it's more individual is the idea. And I tend to agree because I always end up going my own direction with that anyway. That's fine. That's fine. Anything can be 5 stars if your standards are low enough. Again, I don't know if that's how it works. But yeah, sure. Sure. You know, it's... My psychologist has been telling me maybe I should be more supportive of my kobolds. So, logically, maybe something is not sound. I should still just be very supportive. And I should say, good job. You're right. You're right. You're so right. You're so right. Good job, you little lizard dudes that live in my house and scatter around our floors. So proud of you. All of you. All of you. Be nice to us. Stop setting us on fire and start at the start of the stream. No, you like that though. Crocodilin, do you remember the last time I didn't do that? People were just non-stop asking me, oh, Sushi, when are you gonna set us on fire? I can't really get into the mood of the stream without the fire. And so I thought, okay, I'll never miss a day ever again. I promise. That's my dedication right there to you guys. You want fire, you get fire. I mean, it's the least I can do as a dragon. The least. It says just quarter these, but some of these potatoes are huge. So I'm gonna chop them one more time, I think. I kind of hate massive pieces of potato. I want them a little bit smaller. I want them to be bite-sized. I hate it when you have to take like a bite at a piece like this and then go in for a second bite to finish it. I would rather have it like all go in the mouth at the same time, okay? And I'm not saying that I can't open my mouth wide. Shut up. We're not going there. All right, potato. Okay. All right. Plop these back in. Why not? Clear up some space. Hello, Omni. How you doing? Welcome on in. It is cooking stream time today. Because that is what the kobolds wanted. Yeah, you've been asking non-stop since the last time to do more cooking streams. And so here we are. Nah, it's been fun to get back into the kitchen a little bit more again because we did take an extended break from cooking streams. I think it was like we just had a lot of things happening around Halloween because that would have been when we hosted KoboldCon as well. So it was KoboldCon and then back to Halloween stream stuff, I think. And then we had the big charity marathon in like the following months. Next month after, I guess December, right? And then anniversary stream in January again. And it's kind of just been non-stop. NFC. So it's harder for me to want to schedule cooking streams when I know it's going to be busy. It's just that I know that this can be more time consuming. It can be less time consuming to set up. Some days it goes quite fast. Today was quite nice, actually. I felt like I could take everything at my own pace, and I wasn't too stressed. The time before that, again, it was the whole day, just like non-stop setting up, because it had been a while before that again as well, since I had refreshed my my cooking stream laptop setup. So, yeah, it depends. It depends. But now, you know, NFC is done. There's gonna be a big lull for me until the next big convention or event, so now is certainly the time to get more back into cooking. Okay, I think that's all of them, right? Unless there's a secret potato at the bottom there. I think that's it. Skin on is good. I like to do it sometimes to give a familiar food and small new twist, yes. I think it's really quite good if you are doing oven-baked potatoes. If they are really crispy, then it works for me. Same with mash, I also don't mind a little bit of skin in there. Never really bothered me. Hello, Fubar! How you doing? I need to send you some food pics. Oh, food channel in my Discord server. I check that shit immediately as soon as it lights up. I love food. What can I say? All right. Well, there's our potatoes. Next up, we have a chopped onion. Okay. Top and tail. Not all of it though. Don't cut all the way through, or you're gonna have a hard time later on. And then I'm gonna peel as best as I can. This one looked a little bit ugly, so I'm gonna chop off a little bit there. Yeah. Tesco's been letting me down lately with the produce a little bit. I'll go there and buy a bunch of stuff for dinner, and then like a third of it will be a little bit rotten or something. Ugh, annoying. Really annoying. But we can work around it. This one wasn't so bad, at least. I used to love skin on jacket potato, but due to health stuff, eating potato skin isn't a great idea anymore. Understand, yeah. Whoa! Holy flip! We have Fubar with the 10 gifted subs to the community. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you. 10 gifted subs from Fubar. Fubar! I would like to play an applause sound effect. Yeah! Yeah, actually, we do have a live studio audience in our living room. They're on the other side of the room. So they're like hiding behind the couch. So whenever you need applause, you know, I can tell them to step it up. No, but thank you so much, Fubar. I really appreciate the support. I really do. Thank you so much. All right. Any other ugly parts? Just a little bit of brown over there. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. It's not even the whole onion that we're using in this case, is it? Don't think so. Just kobolds behind the couch, always. We've actually, I don't know how much you can see this, but we've actually moved everything around in our living room kitchen. I did a big session yesterday and decided, you know, we haven't really changed things around since we moved in like 3 years back at this point now. So yeah, I wanna freshen things up. So flip the couch around, flip the TV around, move the whole office that we have for like sticker printing and everything, and really just shook things up. I don't know if anyone else can relate. If you work from home, I get really quite mad in the head if my environments don't change at all, because I feel like I'm just stuck in some sort of void, doing the same thing forever without anything around me changing. I need change. Important stuff. Especially if you spend a lot of time working from home and then later that day, you know, doing regular stuff at home too. It's a lot of time in an apartment. It's a lot. You gotta be smart about it. Have a good one, Fubar. You take care. Thanks again. Thanks again for your incredible support. Wait, was I supposed to finally dice this? I was, right? Yeah. 1 tablespoon of finely chopped onion. Hello, Fent Fox. How's it going? How's it going? Welcome on into my kitchen. We are working on another Cathy Mitchell cookbook today. This time it's Dump Dinners. I think that is the one thing that maybe could be, you know, adjusted a little bit. What? It's the name. It's the name for me. Dump anything does not sound particularly appetizing, right? Dump dessert. Who wants a dump dessert? Dump dinner? Who wants a dump dinner? It should have been called something else. Should have named it something else, Cathy. Just my opinion. I don't know how fine this has to be. Again, they're very sparse on the details. I know they're supposed to be simple recipes, but maybe a little too simple with the instructions. Anyway, that is chopped onion. And then let's see, what else? What else? It does not say to chop up the chicken bits, though I think I would like to. I mean, these are big fellas. I think I'm gonna do that. At least quarter them as well. Would you even call it quartering if it's a chicken breast? Well, it's measurements, right? So it would still be quartering. I'm gonna say quartering. I'm gonna quarter those. Chop them into 4. Again, I just don't like my huge cuts. I want it to be bite-sized. Oh yeah. All right. Scoop that up, and then let me wipe that down real quick. At this point, I should just get like a rolling Amazon subscription for kitchen paper towels or something. I feel like we always forget to buy this in time for cooking streams, and I'm always looking for it. We got a little bit left. Next time I'll be prepared. Next time I'm gonna have so much kitchen paper towels, you're gonna be freaking out in chat, okay? That's how bad it's gonna be. You're gonna turn on the stream, you're gonna tune in. It's just gonna be kitchen paper towels everywhere you look. Nah, just kidding. I'll be good. A couple more would be good though. I do keep running out of paper. Right. Chicken time? I think chicken time. Just trying to get this piece of onion out from under the cutting board. I'll do one of these plastic things on top, just for the meat. And let me rinse my knife. Give that a quick wash. And scrub that down a little bit. I think we're good. I'm gonna get some one-time use gloves. Okay. Wow, this is a big chicken. This is a big chicken right here. Okay. Plop, plop. Out goes that, and then I just want to cut this into smaller pieces, I think. Don't have to be super tiny, they don't have to be huge. Somewhere in the middle. Like so, maybe. Yeah. So, chat, what have you been up to today? How has a Thursday been? Tell me all about it. I would like to hear. Oh. You went skiing? What? Oh, that's fun. I'm so bad at skiing. I'm so bad at skiing. I wish I was better. But, it's probably because I haven't done it enough. You know, they say Norwegians are born with skis on their feet. I don't think I was. I think I must have been the exception. But then again, my family didn't really... My parents were never super sporty like that. They never really skied all that much. We had skis. I remember we always had a bunch of them, like in the garage. But it's not often that we went out skiing. Can't recall a single time. Did go with my school a bunch though. So, you know, some forced skiing through my school. If you're Norwegian, you have to learn. I'm sorry. You can't get away. You can't get away. Alright. Is that about what we want? Yeah, I think so. Think so. Okay. My dad loves skiing. So I've been doing it since I was a kid, so I'm pretty good at it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to get better at it. Mopping the floors at work at the moment while I watch this stream. Well, it's so nice to have you with us, noob, even though you're at work. Naughty, naughty, naughty. I won't tell your boss, I promise. Thursday's been a survive a massive headache kind of day for me, says Jan. But I made myself some comfort food, showered, and now I'm feeling so cozy. Hell yes. Love to hear it. Glad to hear it, Jan. Gonna try rolling some sushi today? Me? Oh. Damn. Ah! My earbud! This thing always falls out. Does anyone have ears like this? Where no earbuds will like perfectly sit in your ears and they always fall out? To me, it's like I put it in and it's on a 10-minute timer until it instantly just like drops. Always! When I do a cooking stream like this and I have my Galaxy Buds, they fall out, I'm gonna say an average of 5 times. Both of them. Both of them! Ugh. I can never find earbuds that fit. And I remember this is a thing for my mom as well. I also had like weird ears. Where I guess our family we don't get to use earbuds. They don't fit for us. Not for the sushi family, I'm afraid. My ears are just poorly shaped for earbuds. I need the ones with clips. Maybe I should get that too. Maybe. Alright. So, basically just lubricate some sort of tray or baking paper. I'm just gonna use this oven-proof dish for this first one. I think that's easier than having to get a bunch of, parchment paper and, taking that in and out, throwing it away. We'll just directly stick it in here instead, I think is just as well. We have to toss all the ingredients together first, so I'm gonna get a plastic bowl. Let's do that. Never used earbuds. Oh, I meant earbuds more as in like... I mean, they can have cables or not, that doesn't matter. They still don't fit in my ear. You know what I'm saying? So wireless or cabled, doesn't matter. Alright, that's our chicken. And we have our tablespoon of onion. I'm just gonna use all of this. I know, maybe that's an evil thing to do, but I am quite evil. I am a dragon. And according to the Bible, dragons are no good. Okay, and potato. Just a bunch of potato. Damn, that's gonna be a lot of potato. It's gonna be so much potato. Okay, Cathy. Whatever you say, whatever you say. Potato. I think we could probably do with one less, yeah, something like this. But, oh well. We chopped it up. Let's use it. We have a raid from Nico. Hello, Nico and Raiders. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. This is a cooking stream today. I'm in my real life kitchen making some dishes from Cathy Mitchell's Dump Dinners cookbook. Yes, we did dump desserts, dump cakes, and now we're on to dump dinners. This first one here is baked honey Dijon chicken and potatoes. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. 4 ingredients is all that is listed. Let's see how this plays out. Hope you had a good stream, Nico. Thank you so much for stopping on by. And to the Raiders, my name is Sushi. If you don't know me, I'm the white fluffy thing in the corner. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Here's another reference if you want to look at my OC. I have that on the handy, so yeah, in case you need it, here it is. Here it is. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a nice Thursday, everyone. And glad to have you with us. How's it going? How's it going? Your nails are cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, so it says honey mustard is going to be what we drench all of this in. Let me just double check how much. And that should be about it for the first dump dinner recipe. I can't quite believe that, because that is not a lot of steps, not a lot of ingredients. 1 cup of honey mustard. Okay, so quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm gonna get my flamingo out again. If you caught the dump cakes stream, you will remember that I don't know my American measurements, but I do have a flamingo.
Sushi is a tattoo on an arm.
And this is precisely 1 cup, or a tass. Whatever that means. So 1 flamingo. 1 flamingo of honey mustard dressing. All right, Cathy, I trust you. 1 flamingo worth. That is a lot. That is most of the bottle, if not all of it. That is a whole bottle. That is a whole bottle of honey mustard. Okay. In it goes. In it goes. Well, I'll say this much. Everything smells like honey mustard now. Quite strongly at that. Quite strongly at that. Let's get something to stir with. That's what honey mustard looks like. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it varies depending on the brand and the ingredients, but yeah. Yeah, just about. Okay, so I just want everything that's at the bottom of this, I just want to stir that upwards, just so everything gets a little bit of the honey mustard. And I think that's about good. I mean, it was so much of it that you're gonna have a harder time avoiding the honey mustard, I feel like. Let's dump this into this this form here, this oven-proof dish. Hopefully it can fit everything, I think just exactly. Let me scoop some of that in. All right, well, there is our first dish today, I guess. That's just gonna go in and bake. And that's all it has for us, the recipe. That's it. That's it. So whether or not it's good, I guess we'll see. Usually, I would like all the seasonings, you know? But I wanna see how it is like this. We're following the recipe first and foremost, and then we can try to improve on it if it's a little on the boring side. But let's see how it is first before we do anything else. So, this has to go in at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a measurement unit that I do not recognize as a dragon, that is. So I'm gonna need some genius to tell me how much. Oh, 200 degrees. Thank you. 200 degrees in dragon degrees, which is Celsius. Let's do it. So I think I'm gonna swap the camera over. Swoop. Oh, that was not so smooth, but okay. Over here. So this is our beautiful air fryer. It looks a bit filthy, but it has been cleaned. This thing, I love it, but it is a nightmare to completely get the stains. You see the stains by the fans in the back? It's so hard to get that off. I've ordered like a ceramic clay sponge kind of thing that's supposed to be super good for this kind of thing. So hopefully by the next time you see this thing, it will be sparkling clean again. Cool. Let's turn this fella on air fry for 200 degrees. That's fine. For how long? Let's see. 45 to 15 minutes. So that's probably going to be around 35 in this air fryer. It usually doesn't take as long as a normal size convection oven to cook, so we'll keep an eye on it. But for starters, I'm going to set it to 40, and then when it's close, we can check on it. Boom! That is going. Welcome on in, Albie. How you doing? Our first dump dinner is in the oven. Pretty exciting. Now, while this is doing its thing, we need to have a think about what is next. So while this is cooking, I'm gonna start preparing the next dump dinner that we have in store for today. So this was the baked honey Dijon chicken and potatoes. That's now cooking. We'll check on that in a second. And let's see. What have we got here? Southwest stuffed baked potatoes. Ooh. Stuffed baked potatoes. So we have russet potatoes, black beans, corn kernels, which I assume is just sweet corn. And we have prepared salsa. So any store-bought salsa. A baked potato with what it looks like to be salsa on top. Who wants it again? Who was, talking about gourmet cooking today? How I'm making these 5-star dishes. This is literally just a cooked potato with store-bought sauce on it. So, doesn't get any simpler than that. Doesn't get any simpler. Well, preheat the oven. We're gonna wait with that. Prick the potatoes with a fork and wrap in foil. Leave to bake for 45 to 60 minutes. Oh, maybe we want to do this at the same time as the other meal, actually. This is a good idea. Okay. Well, I have 2 giant potatoes over here. Beautiful. Perfect for baked potatoes. I'm gonna wash these. And just clean out the sink a little bit. Give me a moment. I'll be right with you. Wow. All right. Give that a rinse. Scrub off all the dirt. And I'll put those here so I don't get the book wet and everything. The sauce could be gourmet though, potentially, depending on how good of a job Tesco has done with their salsa today. I'm excited to find out. Prick the potatoes with a fork and wrap in foil. Okay. Boom. I think I'm gonna get the foil first. That's actually over here by the second camera. We have a little foil dispenser. Don't mind me getting in the way. Love the background tune, such a vibe, just casually bouncing back and forth here. Good. Yeah, I'm a big bossa nova fan. You know, basically the music they have in the first Sims is bossa nova. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. It's easy on the ears, but not quite as boring as lo-fi. Which I was starting to get really sick of, by the way. That was it. I feel like lo-fi has been a trend that's lived for far too long. It's been popular for far too long. Muzak? Yeah, Muzak is another word for it. Alright. I'm gonna get a fork. And it just says to prick them. Okay. I assume we want to do this a little bit all over, just so it doesn't explode at any point. That's what I'm gonna do at least. There. That's thoroughly poked. Rinse, repeat. And I think we're good. Okay. Been listening to the new Gorillaz album. It's good, but it's also got me back to listening to Ives Tumor. Cool. The Mountain, right? Is that the new one? I'm a huge Gorillaz fan. I haven't gotten around to it just yet. Don't tell me a single word what's on there, because I haven't looked into it. But I'm excited to. Maybe over the weekend. Maybe over the weekend I'll sit down and listen to the whole album. Yeah, always been big on Gorillaz. Wrap in foils, I guess. Like so. Boom! It's a baked potato. It's another baked potato. And I'm gonna try to make some space here. And then this is gonna go in for pretty much the same amount of time as what is in here. Let's see if I can shove this back a bit. Oh, this is gonna fit. Oh shit. We might have to do separate shelves here. It's too crowded, it's too crowded. Can't do it, can't do it. Move this one. We're okay. We're okay. We're fine, we're fine. Things are slipping and sliding. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see, do we have another rack up here? Ah, we do. This guy. All right. And then you in there. You in there and you in there. Got it. Got it. Mission complete. The dump dinner almost got dumped. Almost. Nah, it was okay. It was okay. It survived just fine. All right, our potatoes are in. Combine the black beans, corn, and salsa in a saucepan and heat over medium heat until heated. When the potatoes are cooked, slice them open and top with the filling. Okay. All right. Well, let me get the rest then. Chat, you're gonna be in awe at this amazing dip we're gonna make here, because we got black beans, we got sweet corn, and we have prepared a salsa, of which I'm gonna go with hot. Oh boy! I can't wait to make this beautiful Southwest stuffed baked potato dip. Let me get some sort of a bowl. Oh, there she is. Black beans, 175 grams. How much is in this? Drained 235, so almost all of this. Let me drain this. I have an allergy to capsaicin. Oh shit, really? That's rough. I feel like that's a difficult one to completely cut out. Because, I mean, any pepper in the pepper family will have it, even in small amounts, no? So like bell peppers as well. Okay, just rinsing these beans. Don't mind me, don't mind me. I'm still here. Don't panic. You know, an open can of black beans, it always smells a bit like dog food to me. And I'm starting to think maybe it's because they put a lot of beans in dog food. Could be. Could be. Could be an overlap there. Could be. 1 cup of cooked... No, not cooked. Of corn kernels. Sweet corn. So... almost all of this as well. Jeez, okay. There's a lot of corn. Hope you like sweet corn, chat, because you're in for a lot. I'm gonna drain this as well. Be right with you. Whatever the sweet corn water is, I find it off-putting. Something about sweet corn water that is so cursed. It's gotta be just like preservatives in there, right? That is that's a lot of corn. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get a saucepan or a pot and just stick it in there already, because this is already crowded.
That's a lot of corn.
What did you say? What the heck did you just say to me?
Not enough corn.
Not enough? Where are you? Are you missing? Strange. Alright, well. Corn, corn, corn. Corn and beans, corn and beans. There we go. And last but not least, the salsa. 225 grams, which is this minus 1 gram. And it goes. Yeah! Oh, dinner served, everyone! Dinner served. Ooh. I know, very exciting stuff. We're gonna mix this up. And then this is gonna go on the stove later once the potatoes are done.
Can I add 1 gallon of high fructose corn syrup?
Oh, sure! A little bit of sweetness, yeah! Good idea, good idea. Let's do that. Hoard biggened? It needs more corn? Okay. Okay, sorry, Atheo. Here we go. More. All of it. All of it in. I think that's plenty corn. I think that's a good amount. Sorry, what was that about my hoard? Are people discussing my hoard, the size of my hoard? Oh, well, in that case, I have to say as a dragon, I'm legally obligated to have to say that my hoard is massive. The biggest in all of the lands. And you should fear me for being such an impressive dragon. This recipe looks a bit corny to me. Wait, I don't get it. Are you saying that it has corn? Oh, I hadn't noticed. Jay! Welcome on in! Welcome on in. How you been, Jay? It's been a hot second. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm standing in my kitchen and I'm making corn. There it is. There it is. Corn! And beans. Okay. Well, this goes to the side. That's gonna be heated up once the potatoes are done. Still gonna need a little bit more time. So I shall move on to the next recipe, which is a Southwest chicken soup, another Southwest recipe. So, into this recipe we have shredded cooked chicken. Okay. So that would be probably a couple of chicken breasts, right? Right. And we have rotel tomatoes, which are, I think, just chopped tomatoes with some peppers in them. So I'm gonna chop up some peppers as well. Boom. One of these fellas. And then we have some peppers over here, fresh. What else? What else? One onion cut into wedges. No, wait, that's wrong one. Over here. One can of corn. Undrained. Wow, so we're keeping the corn juices for this one? Wow, that is... oh. I was just going on about how that's my favorite part of a can of corn. Is of course the the juice left over. Ugh. Okay. Well, it doesn't say what size can of corn. But more corn, more black beans, taco seasoning. Okay. Holy shit. Taco seasoning. All right. Taco seasoning. Black beans. And that's it. That's it, minus the onion. All right. All right. Sushi's going to the fridge to drink some corn water instead of drinking peach syrup. No! No! Say it ain't so. I think I would gag. That sounds horrible. Okay, so combine all the ingredients in a large pot with 4 cups of water. And then we're just gonna boil it, and that's our soup. Oh boy. All right. Well, I think in that case, I'm gonna start with the chicken because that has to be shredded.
Me and the girls at 3 a.m. looking for corn water.
Since I haven't done any food prep, we're gonna have to cook this first. Not really part of the recipe itself in the book. Because once again, you would have meal prepped this if you followed all the instructions correctly, which I did not, of course, because I haven't done any prep for this. Let's get some one-time gloves. And I usually, even though we're gonna shred this chicken, I still like to chop it up before we throw it into the pan, just so it cooks a little bit faster. So what I'm gonna do is just like so, just into halves at least. And if you have a really thick cut like this one, just cut through it, cut it in half again. Yeah, that'll do. That will help. That will help. Okay. And then I suppose it's frying pan time. Let's see, can I swap this camera over here and then maybe move this guy? We have a nice angle over here. Perhaps, perchance. Is that okay? Is that okay? I know some of these camera angles are a little bit ass because I'm just moving this one around freely, but I kind of like having one camera that I can pick up. You can see. You're fine. Okay. So I'm gonna turn him heat up to medium. And I'm gonna do a drizzle of olive oil. Vegetable oil is fine as well. Something like so. Oh! Are we out of touch? Oh. We might be out of touch. We might be out of time. Both are entirely possible. Yes. Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Sparkle off. It's Thursday, forget who you are.
Aw, I will, thank you. It's good advice. Good advice all around. Yeah, I'm gonna crank the heat on this boy because it's taking ages. So we'll turn it up to medium-high. And once we have the chicken in, we can lower it a bit again. Again, when you're shredding chicken and everything, you kind of just want to cook it all the way through. That's the important part. And you don't really need to cook it beyond that all that much. It's gonna cook again later after having been shredded. Earbud check. Yeah, let me get my hands and just like go on my head. So they're really sitting really in there. There we go. Yeah, thank you for that. I was about to lose him again. It was about that time. Hello, Bite Fennec. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Welcome on in, how you doing? We are working on Cathy Mitchell's Dump Dinners cookbook. Yeah. Cathy. How you doing today? All right, that's nice and hot. Let's get this chicken. In it goes. And I'm gonna turn that down to a little bit under medium again. And then what I'm gonna do right out of the gate is salt this fucker generously. And a little bit of pepper. Don't have to go too crazy, but a little bit. Spread these out a little bit, and then just give them the time that they need, really. And if you have a lid for this, then stick that on top as well. It's gonna help. Make sure it's completely cooked all the way through. In fact, I might just do that. I might just do that. And plop. We good. Give that a little bit. In the meantime, what else do we need to prepare for this? I think it said onion, right? Did it say onion? Oh shit, no onion. No onion. No, that's the recipe on the next page. I got that one wrong. Okay. Well, that makes it really simple. I don't think there's much else we need to cut up, is there? We can drain the corn and the beans. Let's do that. So this is also going to go into a big pot of some kind. Now, take this one away since we cut some chicken on that. All right. So. Rotel tomatoes undrained. It says 2 cans of the stuff. 2 cans? Wow. Okay, maybe we need a bigger pot after all. Yeah, I'm starting to think this might be too small for what we're about to make here. So I'm gonna get the big boy out. Oh! Alright, that should do. That should most certainly do. Okay. Black beans, do those first. It's just one can of that, undrained as well, so all the juices have to go in with this, both for the corn and the beans. So that's gonna be real interesting. Some dark, evil puddle at the bottom of this pot. And the sweet corn, also not supposed to drain the sweet corn, which is disturbing to me, absolutely fucked up. And I resent this. I resent having to do this. In it goes. In it goes. And tomatoes. Oh, in they go. And just double checking that this is correct. Yeah, 2 whole cans of tomatoes. And we're also gonna need some green pepper because I believe that's what Rotel tomatoes are. They're usually mixed in with some green chili peppers. So this goes to the side a little bit again. Oh, those potatoes are getting some color though. Sorry, I was just checking on the air fryer. Yeah, let's not forget about those fellas. I think they are about to be done. Very interesting. Oh! My chili. My pepper. Oh, he escaped. You're making chili? No. No. Again, this is Southwest chicken soup. Here's the name of the recipe. All right, Mr. Chili. Hang on, I should put this on my other hand. Ooh. Okay. This, oh, that already smells pretty strong, actually. Looks like we got some spicy chilies today, at least. I'm just gonna scoop out all the seeds. Oh, okay. Slam it against the board. Get the seeds out. And then I'm gonna dump all of this. I'll be right back. Ooh.
Remember, chat, always rub your eyes intensely after cutting hot chilies.
Don't listen to Erdnum. Actual kobold criminal here. I can't believe this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, so I think this has to be chopped as finely as possible. So I'll do exactly that. That's about good, right? That's good. Okay, doesn't say again how much chili we need, so something like this. I'm not gonna go too overboard, just so I don't end up burning out my mouth. Let's quickly check on our chicken. That's coming along. Again, you just want all the pink to be gone for these guys because they're gonna be shredded. So don't worry about how crispy the chicken is looking or anything like that. If it looks a bit gray, whatever. Again, it's gonna be double cooked, so once it's shredded, we'll have at it again. Okay, and this goes into the big pot, I take it. Hello, Lena. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome on in. We're doing some of Cathy Mitchell's dump dinners today from her beautiful cookbook. We haven't tried anything thus far. We have 2 things in the oven cooking, and then I'm working on a 3rd over here. Oh yes. So, peppers. Go in. And they are. And is there anything else that needs to be added to this besides the taco seasoning and the chicken? Nah, it's just the chicken and the taco seasoning. So I'm gonna open this sachet here of just generic old El Paso Tex-Mex taco seasoning. It's mostly like cumin and a few other spices like that, coriander. Yeah, if you don't have these, then you can very easily recreate it. In fact, there is a recipe for taco spice in the cookbook. So you can have a look at Cathy Mitchell's own taco spice recipe. Nonetheless, this goes into the pot. And then the last part that we're missing is just the chicken. Gonna give that a few more minutes to just cook all the way through, and we'll shred it. For now, let's give this a good old stir. Oh, I love slop. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to my slop dinner. Okay, well, we have a big pot of slop. Very exciting times to be tuned into my stream. Very exciting. All right, that goes to the side. Let's once more have a quick look at our chicken. Chicken. I would say it's almost there. I'm gonna crank up the heat a little bit at the end. And we'll give him like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. A little boost at the end, make sure it's cooked all the way through, and then we're gonna shred. This is like something you would see someone cooking during the cowboy era. Yeah, I was thinking that too. A lot of canned goods for Cathy Mitchell's recipes. But again, I respect it. I respect it trying to make recipes that are under a budget. I feel like so many celebrity chefs can be really up their own asses when it comes to like where you source your ingredients and stuff like that. Cathy Mitchell is all about the stuff you can easily find in any store. And I respect that. I get it, especially if you buy for like weeks in advance. What's the timer on the potatoes in the oven saying? It is saying 10 minutes, but again, we kind of just roughhoused it a little bit with the timing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really. Garlic powder and such is just so nice and convenient. Agree. So many things you can do to cut down on time a little bit. So I totally stand behind what Cathy here is trying to accomplish. All right. That sure looks like some gray cooked chicken. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm just gonna stick this guy with my spatula, make sure it's nice and cooked. It looks that way. Little bit of pink there, actually, so good I checked. We'll give that, I think, 2 more minutes.
Not to be a pain in the butt about it, but I think now's a good time to make sure your earbuds are still sitting in properly.
They are, actually. Comfortably sat in my ears. Thank you, though. As long as it looks good. I once tried to make beef jerky, and after 50 minutes at 200 degrees, I had charcoal. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's about done, actually. Yeah, the potatoes are a little bit on the... They look a bit crispy on top, but considering what this dish is, it's just a bunch of chopped things together in a form. They go in at the same time. I don't think you're gonna get it 100%, but I can show you where we're at. Let me show you. I think it's time to take this one out, at least the one at the bottom. The baked potatoes, I think I will leave for a little bit more, but that looks pretty spot on. So let's see if we can find a nice little place for this guy. I'm just gonna get some different things out so we can put hot dishes down safely without burning everything in our home. Have a couple of those on the ready. And let's have a closer look at this guy. All right, let's see if we can fish him out. I mean, that looks all right to me, if not a little under-seasoned. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we could do with some seasoning on there. That's what I'll say already. It looks very tame. But there it is. There it is. I'm gonna quickly make sure the chicken is still okay. Yeah, that's all done now as well. Turn the heat off on that. Looks nice, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's like 3 ingredients, so what can you do? What can you do? It is exactly as advertised. Pretty much. Pretty much. All right, let me quickly go back in the book to this first recipe that we have in front of us. See if there's any other considerations we need to take into account. Again, this is with a bunch of Dijon salad dressing. Dijon honey mustard salad dressing. Which is why I guess there's no spices otherwise. I guess that's gonna do all of the carrying for this dish. I am very nervous to bite into this, but that is indeed what it's supposed to be. So, I guess it's time to try this. I'm gonna plate some of this up on a tiny plate, and then we can have Postbal come over eventually and try the first dish for today. I have no idea what to expect with this. Absolutely no idea. This might be terrible. I'm expecting very under-seasoned, but who knows? Maybe that honey mustard sauce has a bunch of salt in it. Maybe that will help us. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Doesn't look great. Okay, alright. Oh shit. So goopy, yeah. First impressions are not good. Ooh, okay. Alright, put this to the side. Fucking kobold dinner over here. Raw potato. Raw potato. Dinner served. That's a kobold dinner. Okay. Sorry, I can't stop laughing at this one. It is a little underwhelming in how it looks. I do think we need our celebrity judge to stop on by though to try this. So, you know what, chat? I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna hand my mic over to Nikki. Nikki's like scoffing at this, so this is good.
That's very hot.
Yeah. Do you want to wait a little bit?
Maybe just a smidge?
Okay,
I
Nikki.
can help you clean up in a minute.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, let's wait for this to cool down just a second. In the meantime, I can shred some chicken. But yeah, one dish done. One dish done. Kobold slop. Koboldslop.com. Don't go on that. I don't know what that is. Kobold slop. Koboldslop.com. Hello, Feathers. Oh, come on in. Is it time for kobold dinner? Almost! Nikki's about to try our first dump dinner today. But first up, I'm gonna shred some chicken.
Sushi, can I have a sippy? Or maybe a chippy?
Sippy? Oh, I don't have any chippy today, actually. Or a sippy. Nikki said, "Are you sure?" But I don't know. We have Doritos. Yeah, it's for a recipe though, so. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, chicken. Chicken. Oh yeah, love me some gray chicken. Delicious. No website at coboldslop.com. I told you not to go on there. When someone makes a URL joke, don't let that be your first instinct. Just type it into your browser and go there. Because one of these days it's gonna be either horrific fetish porn, or it's gonna be something that gives you a million bajillion viruses. Probably both. Probably both. So be careful. Be careful out there. Sushi4 Corporation is not responsible for any clickings of links. So for shredding chicken, it's quite simple. I usually just do the 2 forks method. What was the other method that we tried? I can remember. Didn't we have like a method we discovered on the cooking stream?
Maybe like the onion.
The onion thing?
That kind of thing that kind of stabs the onion.
No. No, I'm saying we had a way of shredding chicken.
It's the only two I know.
Yeah, I don't remember what we did. We had some sort of technique that I discovered and I said, oh, I'm gonna do this every time going forwards, and then I'm not doing it now, so... It's been forgotten. It's been forgotten. Classic. I'm so good at that. I'm so good at saying, oh, I'm gonna start doing this and then never doing it. And it's not on purpose. It's not me being nefarious on purpose. I just, I think I get excited in a moment and then I immediately forget about it. Head empty, yeah, that's more like it. But, I always try to say to myself, like, yeah, it's not the best, but it's better to It's better to dream big than to not like share anything about stuff like this at all. I feel like a lot of the time I'll just like spitball ideas live on the air, and then sometimes they don't get implemented or I don't do anything with them, but rather that throwing out some promise than nothingness, I think. Still have a bunch of things that I really want to get working in the stream. Full body tracking is still on my list. I got the trackers courtesy of the community, and mostly Pistachian funded those, I think. Erdner maybe. So I have those. I'm still playing around with those, but I find a lot of the VTubing software at the moment is kind of limited with full body tracking. So I'm gonna have to think of my own solution a little bit and actually get into the code a little bit and rewrite some things. So that's why that's been on the back burner for so long. It's like the coordinate system and like VNian, which is the VTubing software I use, is not the one required for full body tracking. So that's been the big first wall that I've sort of run into. But I think I know how to solve it. It's just gonna take a lot of time, and I have to really bunker down and actually do some good programming. Code that runs fast. If it's gonna be called like every cycle and everything, you want that to perform with many devices. So it will have to take the time it takes. I'm only one dragon after all. The state of VTubing software feels so advanced but archaic at the same time. I think the difficult thing for me is that they're all different implementations, right? They don't necessarily have the same code bases or anything. You have the VRM file format. That's usually in common, but besides that, how it works, how it implements specific features, it tends to be completely different between options. And so, yeah, you kinda might have a certain expectation of how something might perform or work, and then it doesn't quite work like that behind the scenes, and it ends up causing issues down the road. Or depending on what you're trying to do with it, I suppose. Anyway, that is our chicken shredded. This then goes into this big pot. I guess we can do that right away, chat. Just so the anticipation does not end up claiming some of you. I don't want you to die of boredom, you know? That would suck. Because then I don't have any viewers. I don't have any kobolds. That would suck. What's a sushi stream without kobolds? In goes the chicken. In it goes, in it goes. We're gonna stir that up in a second. And then I think that's just gonna go on the stove for a few minutes, and then we have our slop bucket of chicken and various corns and beans. Oy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about today, man. The dump cakes at least looked more appetizing out of the gate. Not the case with these simple dinner recipes so far. Anyway, I think it's time for Nikki to try the casserole. That's had some time to cool down. And just to show it off again in case you're just joining us, this is what the tray looks like. It's very plain looking, and it's drenched in a salad dressing of the Dijon honey mustard variety. And that's doing all of the carrying for this recipe. No spices, no nothing. Just Dijon mustard honey salad dressing.
That's it.
That's it.
You know, meant for salad.
Well, I'm gonna take myself off. I'm gonna hand over my mic to Pospal for the live taste test. Courtesy of, once again, Cathy Mitchell. I'll be right back.
Testing, hello. Hi. Me, Nikki, you can tell because I don't have a dragon on my forearm. Let's try this delicious beige. Okay, I'm gonna try the potato first. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad actually. That's surprisingly not subtle, but like not overpowering when it comes to the Dijon mustard, the honey mustard. Despite the top of the potatoes being kind of burnt, the middle is slightly undercooked somehow.
Damn it.
But it's still really tasty. And now let's try the chicken. I mean, what can you say? Just chicken with honey mustard drizzle. I don't think it doesn't have a very complex flavor, but it's fine.
What does it need then, Nikki?
I think it needs more veggies, like I don't know, like carrot maybe. I think carrot would elevate it.
How about seasoning? Do you want some salt in there maybe?
Oh yes, please.
Salt? Okay.
Let's see, secret ingredient. That's
Better with salt?
That's better actually, surprisingly.
What do you mean surprisingly?
Yeah, go figure. Salt makes it better. Yeah, that's my review. Give it a solid 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10! Oh, we're off to a good start here today. Alright, is it my turn?
It's your turn, baby.
Alright, chat, you heard it from the Martin's mouth. No? While Nikki was trying this, I actually put some of the corn and bean mixture on the heat here, because our potatoes are baked, so they say at least. Gonna give them maybe a couple of extra minutes, since I'm gonna taste test this. And this is just, yeah, this mixture is just being heated on the stove over here. But I want to try this casserole. Let's see. Let's see. All right, chat. Oh, that is a hard potato. Yes, that is not cooked all the way through. So that, yeah, those are rock hard. Not a great start. Okay, piece of potato going in, chat. Oh. You know, I quite like that actually. That's all right. That's all right, isn't it? Yeah, it tastes like honey mustard. That's not so bad. Yeah, I kind of expected worse. I kind of expected worse. Let me see if I can get one more piece of potato. God damn it, I need a knife. That's better. All right, chicken and potato. I don't think that's bad at all. No. I'm gonna restore this dish's name. And I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 instead. I don't think this belongs all the way down in the 5 out of 10 range. I think this is more towards 7 for me. I actually really like the texture between the potato and the chicken. Go well together. I mean, obviously, it's tried and proven classic. But the honey mustard sauce also really quite works I think I will echo what Nikki said and say that more vegetables would have given this a lot more color and a lot more, you know, of a flavor besides just honey mustard. So carrots would be good. I would also say more onions in there. And, what else could we do? Carrots, onions, maybe some peppers? Peppers could do. Peppers could work. So again, it's kind of what I expected, whereas this is a pretty good foundation, but I do think if you're gonna make this at home yourself, you want to elevate this and add some things to it, and especially a little bit more salt and pepper. The sauce itself, the salad dressing, is not gonna be enough to completely, you know, season this thing. So there you go. There's my review. But I still think, you know, it's a really fast dinner. Again, add some more vegetables to it. Make it look a little bit more inviting so it's not just gray and beige in a color scheme. That's the biggest flaw, is it just looks so unappetizing, really. But it tastes good. And I'm gonna finish the rest of this. No problems there. So once again, a 7 out of 10 from me, a 5 out of 10 from Nikki. Nikki didn't like it so much. That's a-okay. I think it's passable. So, baked honey Dijon, chicken and potatoes down. I'm gonna take this off. It's gone. It's gone. And it sounds like our baked potatoes are just done in time. So, guess what? I have the beautiful, beautiful corn and bean mixture on the stove bubbling as of this moment. So we can pretty much start thinking about plating this up. I'll start one potato at a time here. Let me steal this from the air fryer. And it's almost baked potato time, chat. Boy, am I excited. Don't let me down, Cathy. Don't let me down. Ooh, big egg. Big egg. Take the other one out too, just so it doesn't burn. All right. There she is, our beauty. Our beautiful baked potato. Do something like so and keep some of the tin foil on there. And then, just to quickly check, what we need to do here is, so these have been baked, that's done. Black beans, corn, and salsa in the saucepan heated. Yep. When potatoes are cooked, slice them open and top with the filling, and that is it. 3 steps. 3 steps to this whole dish. And, yeah, I mean, it's a baked potato, so. What did you expect? Gonna do a star shape. See if I can split that open a bit. More. Oh. Come on, separate a bit. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Ooh, look at that steam. Okay, are you ready for the final step in our beautiful baked potato concoction? We have salsa dip mixed with a whole big can of corn and a whole big can of beans, black beans. And it says this is just gonna go on top, and that is food. Do something like so, a little bit on the side as well. Well, my friends, it sure is a big potato with a bunch of junk on top of it. Boy. Oh no. I have to eat this. I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat this at all. Looks like dog food. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, good thing you have to eat it instead. It's still really hot, so I need to give it one more second to cool down. How are we doing on time, actually? Let me check this out. We're at the 2-hour mark. Not so bad. Well, this next recipe we also have pretty much on the ready. The so-called chicken soup is just gonna go on the stove and like simmer for 10 minutes. So here's what I'll do, chat. I'm gonna flip this camera around. See, over here is our our concoction there. I don't know how this is a chicken soup, but it's a chicken soup, okay? Don't know how. I'm gonna stir this up, and it says just put it on medium heat for 10 minutes. That's it. Dinner served. I have to say, it certainly does not look like soup to me, or chicken soup. I guess maybe I'm used to like a cream of chicken or something. This is just... Yeah, this is the slop bucket. Let's turn on the heat on the slop bucket, and let's give that the time it needs. Woof. Woof. All right. Well, Nikki, you ready for your, what was it, 5-star meal? Someone called it? All the meals today are gonna be 5-star. Here we go. It's baked potato time with salsa, beans, and corn. I'm gonna hand it over to Nikki. Good luck. Have fun, etc.
It's me, I'm back. This looks, yeah, let's give it a try. Alright, in Sushi's defense, or in Cathy's defense rather, I would like to point out that I was not able to find Russell potatoes. I don't know if it would make a...
Russet potatoes.
Russet potatoes? Russell potatoes. I'm not sure if it would make a huge difference, but that's what the recipe called for. I couldn't find it. But I would also say that the recipe didn't call for corn, called for corn kernels, which we just replaced with corn because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me, right?
Sweet corn. It's supposed to be sweet.
I hope it's supposed to be sweet corn, but yeah. But yeah, let's give it a try. Let's grab a little bit of potato. Yum. All right. Bon appetit. Again, it's perfectly serviceable. It is just exactly, it tastes exactly how you think it tastes. It's just potato with like a little bit of like chili flavor, I guess. And I feel like the texture of like the corn and the beans and the potato are very different. So you can taste everything individually, if that makes sense. Not my favorite dish, but to put it politely. But I don't know, it's probably not terribly unhealthy and it's pretty easy to make, so I don't know, in a pinch, you never know. Yeah, I hope you love it, Sushi. I'm handing it over to you.
excited. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Wow. Can we get a number score? If you're gonna do a number score, you have to do it every time.
I'm gonna give it another 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
It's just food.
It's okay. It's the definition of food. Interesting. All right. Well, let's give it a go. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where to start with this? I'm so mad that it doesn't say to like season anymore. that's my big complaint. Where's the salt? Where's the salt? I never eat anything without salt. I just don't. Because salt is flavor. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Get a bit of everything. Here goes potato and corn and beans. Yeah. Again, comes down to the seasoning, doesn't it? Severely lacking in salt. Needs a bit of pepper. I would say maybe a little bit of basil, just anything. Some herbs, anything on there. What else can we do? What about... Do we have any parsley? Nah. Coriander. Little bit of coriander. See if that does anything. Again, it's not like it's terrible, but it is just some very basic ingredients mixed together. That is elevated tenfold with a little bit of salt and pepper. And some herbs. I mean, it's a potato. It's got corn on it. It's got beans. It's got store-bought salsa. I would also give it a 5 out of 10, I think. But with a seasoning, it gets elevated to a whopping 6 out of 10. So, applause, I think. Yeah, so if you've ever wanted a baked potato with corn on top of it, then here you go. Here you go. So that is our second dish for today. Again, just to reiterate for all of you, that was the Southwest stuffed baked potato. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. Let's move on to our next dish, which is also almost done. This is supposedly a chicken soup. However, can I take you on a little journey for a second? Here is the filling that we made for the baked potatoes. Here is the soup. Also, I think this needs more liquid, actually. That's one thing I'm not saying that's supposed to have some water in it. Let me pour some in. But very similar, very similar in terms of ingredients. Sushi? Hi. What's up? Put me in, I want to swim in that. Cool. Okay, so some water goes in. Just let that heat up again. Bring that to a boil. And that's gonna be our beautiful chicken soup. I'll let that simmer a couple more minutes. In the meantime, should we have a look at maybe the final recipe that I think we'll have time for today? And we gotta do the one with Doritos, right? I feel like we have to. Let's see, is this the next one? We have orange chicken stir fry. Which I've written into it. So I guess I'm into it. And Doritos cheesy chicken. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. This looks a hell of a lot more complicated than the rest today. But, I mean, that's a given. They haven't been very complicated. They've been 3 steps each. This one has 7. 7 steps. So, chicken breasts. Alright. Sour cream. Cream of chicken soup. Tomatoes. Corn again. Shredded cheese. Doritos. And that's it. Okay. All right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You ready for some chippy? Some chippy chicken? Let's get all the ingredients ready for this. So for Doritos, we have a tangy cheese, of course. I think we're doing a salsa for this one. So, bam, we got another salsa. We got our sweet corn making a return. And cream of chicken, which is a name for a dish that I've always found a bit disturbing. What is cream of chicken? I just try to imagine what that looks like and what that is. And horrific images appear in my brain. It does not sound appetizing, cream of chicken. But of course, it's not actual cream. Thankfully. Cathy's very corny. Yeah, she is. That much has been made clear today. The Jeff Keighley special, yes. That's another name for it. Alright, we do gotta try this this final dish before this though. So to the side, just real quick, we'll get a bowl of soup going. Oh boy, I bet you're excited for this as well, chat. This beautiful, beautiful soup that's been, you know, brewing on the side here for a whopping 10 minutes. Oh yes, it's soup time. Soup. So in case you've forgotten, let me find the name of this one again as well. This was this was the companion piece to the baked potato that we just made. So this is the Southwest chicken soup. Let's get a spoonful of this. Yum yum. Again, it sure looks like all the ingredients we put in. I'll say that much. It sure is all of the things that we put in the pot. Good lord. Alright. Alright. Our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chicken soup. I think I'm gonna try this one first, and then Pospal can go after. Because I'm just so hungry. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's a Southwest chicken soup. Sure to be a hit. Let's give it a go. Ooh. Still a bit hot. Hang on. Oh. That's not great. That's not great. So I would say first impression was pretty good. Tasted pretty good at the start. The aftertaste, pretty horrendous. Pretty horrendous. You just taste the black beans, and it's like this dry, like mealy texture that lingers. Desperately, yes, needs salt. So let me salt this and season this a little bit. Salt and pepper to start with. Stir it in. See if that helps. Again, salt instantly helps. No surprise there. I'm gonna salt it a little bit more. And I'm even gonna say a little bit of MSG. It'd go well. And I also would say a little bit of cayenne pepper. This is already so like chili, Tex-Mexy that I want a little bit of heat to this. The peppers don't really burn that much. So I think a bit of cayenne pepper is gonna help. Because this is, to me, I feel like this is the kind of dinner meal where you want this to give you a little bit of a runny nose, do you know what I mean? A little bit of a kick to it. Goes well with the flavors in this soup. So, let's give it one more go after seasoning. And then we'll hand it over to Nikki. So, here is my rating. Without the seasoning, which again, not mentioned at all in the recipe, it's just supposed to be dump and bake. Without the seasoning, I would give this a 3 out of 10. With a little bit of salt and pepper, I would give it a 7 out of 10. So I guess this should just be a foundational level for this cookbook, I think, is just season it. Just season it. I think it kind of expects you to go ahead and do that. And it keeps it very few steps per recipe because, you know, it's a very easy and quick way to present it. And it makes sense. So you can squeeze in a bunch of recipes in the book, and then obvious things like salting and peppering are things you should know to do anyway. So I assume that was the thought process here. Or it is just horribly of its time and it's very 80s, early 90s, and under-seasoned. Could also be. But yeah, 7 out of 10 when seasoned. I'm gonna hand it over to Nikki. I think it's a pretty good meal when it's been seasoned. So let's see what Nikki has to say. Here we go.
Me back at the forefront of whatever this is. Yummy, yummy. All right, I will say I have not had the chance to try it pre-seasoning, so I'm probably not experiencing I'm probably not getting the full experience, but you know, give it a try. It's not bad, honestly. Like, I assume seasoning added a lot to it, but this, like in a cold winter evening, this would like warm you up. It's pretty filling, has like beans, chicken, everything. Not bad at all. Yeah, not dang. I would give that like a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Whoa, we're going into the points now?
All right, do you want better? 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
That's a good fucking stew.
Do you think we could raise that to like 8.1?
No.
Okay, how about like 8.05?
No.
No. 8 exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, solid. I'm gonna finish this while you finish the stream. Bit spicy though.
Oh.
Well, not spicy, just like... Yeah, I don't know.
It's the cayenne pepper.
Yeah, probably got a bit stuck on my throat. But yeah, I will take this very happily. It's great.
All right.
And I will return you kobolds to Sushi of the Fair.
Alrighty, well, Nikki likes it. Nikki wants the rest of the bowl, so that's a good sign. At least we got something that will go down a treat. I will absolutely see myself having a good portion of this after the stream, so that is good news. The baked potato, I think, was the biggest disappointment so far. I didn't like it. That is plain, boring. Everything I don't like about food, really. This one is a little bit better. You got some different textures. You have more ingredients. And you know what? With spices, who would have thought? Not bad. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, we need to get a start on our final dish for today. And it is by far gonna be the weirdest. It is the Doritos Cheesy Chicken. Ooh. So into this goes, once again, chicken. So let's start there. Because, like before, I think... Wait, is this gonna be shredded chicken or... It just says dump it all together, so, okay. You know. Dump it is. Dump it is. Well, I'm gonna chop it into slightly smaller pieces at least. And it does say that it should be pre-cooked. So, sorry, where am I? There. So, let's get a chopping board out. Let's cut up some more chicken. And then you know the drill. We're gonna let that go into the pan and cook for a little bit until it's no longer pink. And then we can pretty much make the rest of the dish. But let's start with the start. I'm gonna get some gloves. And I am gonna chop this up into smaller bits, even smaller than the previous recipe. I just don't like big bits of vegetables or huge bits of meat. I want them to be smaller. Ideally. It's a preference thing. How's the cooking going? 1 good, 2 bad, I would say. Well, actually the first one was okay. 1 average, 1 bad, 1 good. That sounds about right. 2 cans of chicken breast. 2 cups of chicken. Are you a cup? I guess that's roughly a cup. Crazy. How was work, Copper? Hope it went okay. Love my approximately 1 by 2 centimeter pieces of food. Oh, me too. You gotta get your measurements right. You gotta. What is food if it's not shaped into cubes, perfect sized? All right. I do want this to be smaller bits, like so maybe. Yeah, that seems a bit more palatable for me. Like so, like so, like so. By the way, you are allowed to say that these dishes, they look a bit rank, by the way. Don't feel like you have to protect my honor. This is not my recipe, okay? So I'm refusing to take credit anyway. If it looks bad, You may say that. I know you're all total sweethearts. So you don't like being mean to the dragon. But you can be mean just this once. You're allowed. You're allowed. All right. So, pan. Wow. Let's go over here. I think I'm gonna move this fella onto this side. And then once this is hot again, we're just gonna chuck our chicken in. We're gonna put a lid on and let that cook through. And that is really the only super time intensive thing in this recipe. So that's good at least. It doesn't have to be as long in the air fryer either. Airbud check, we're all good, we're all good. I slammed it back in. Had I been served the baked potato with sweet corn, I think I would have cried, says my beautiful wife Hillyn, who loves sweet corn, famously. Hillyn has a thing with sweet corn. That is like the what? Not picky with food at all, by the way. My wife is one of the most adventurous people I know when it comes to food. But sweet corn, they will not do. They will absolutely not do. Interesting how that is, huh? I'm trying to think if there's anything like that I didn't like as a kid and then I've sort of kept into adulthood. I guess a lot of seafood I have fatigue with, but it's not like a dislike necessarily. It's just I've had too much of it growing up on the coast. So that's the thing I tend to avoid, really. Not that I hate fish. A good piece of fish is delicious, but yeah, in general, it's not what tempts me. The scent makes me so nauseous with sweet corn. Yeah, that I can see. That I can see. I was talking about the liquid that it's preserved in. I find that pretty horrific, whatever that concoction is. So I get that part. I get that part. All right, chicken into the pan. And we're just gonna do it simple like before. I might add a little splash of water. Didn't want to oil it up again, but little bit of water to just help steam this a little bit so it cooks more evenly. Just a splash. And salt. Generously. Pepper. A little sprinkle. And I'm even gonna do some MSG. Just a little bit. We're almost out actually in the shaker that we have. Time to do a refill. And then I have this that's gonna go on top, and we'll just give that the time that it wants and probably needs. Is that part of the recipe? Yes. Okay. The camera's very good. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. I like being able to move it around a bit more. Also, I feel like adds a lot of dynamicism to it. Dynamicism. I can speak. Hello, Ozzy. Welcome on in. Sorry, little kobold intermission there. I just love that song. I love that song to bits. So good. So good. Welcome on in, Wazzy. Hope you're doing good. Or Woozy. Hope you're having a nice Thursday. I assume getting ready for the weekend like the rest of us. Do you got any plans, chat, for the weekend? Because famously, as you know, Thursday streams are really poggers for me because once I go off, it is officially Dragon Weekend. Yes, my weekend starts tonight. Ho ho ho. What flavor of Doritos are those? These are tangy cheese. Which, if you're looking for a United States equivalent, I kind of forget. I kind of forget what it's called in the States, but you have it. You have it. It's just got a different name. Nacho cheese. Okay. Yeah. May I have some? No, it's going in the casserole. Believe it or not. Anything else we need to prepare? So the chicken is now cooking. Sour cream, chicken soup, tomatoes, or salsa. I think we're doing salsa. Again. on my end here. We have a bunch of salsa jars. I assume so. Corn! Oh my god, more sweet corn. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. Shredded cheese. And Doritos. Crushed. Coarsely crushed. Coarsely. Well, do you think I can just crush them in the bag? Oh. Yeah, that works. Saturday is a Bristol first meet, so I'm excited for that. Other than that, just the usual stuff this weekend. Sounds nice. Sounds nice. Have fun at Bristol Furs. Feathers has been playing more golf. Oh, I love that game. I love that game. Yeah, Super Battle Golf is a fixation at the moment. So good. Massage a kobold like that? Well, like this? I got the technique. I got the technique. Really dig your fingers in there. Oh, there we go. Nice and massaged. Oh, now they're kobold sized. Look at this. Kobold sized Doritos. Beautiful. Chippy. Chippy. Now, I'm gonna try not to eat all of it. We do need it, and we need a bunch of it. So, no Doritos shall be wasted, okay? I'm sorry, kobolds. You'll have to wait until the food is done. You can't have it in raw form. Not today. Not today. We're using it for something. All right. Let me toss this chicken around.
:3.
:3. Well, if you insist.
Would you make me a sandwich?
Sure. What kind of bread do you want? Whole grain, or you want like a white farm loaf? Sourdough? Let me just bake you bread real quick. No problem. Coming right up. One of 26's kobolds have found a vine in the wild and bring it back to the cave. A vine. Like for swinging? For swinging on? Wild things happening in 26's cave. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Alright, I'm just putting some stuff back in the fridge. Don't panic. I'm still here. I'm just cleaning, you know. It's like TikTok. Oh, I see. A vine is in Vine. The thing that no longer exists, yes. I follow exactly. Were you guys on Vine when it was relevant? I think I had like 5 videos on there. I got into it really late. I got into it like 2 weeks before it died. I started posting to Vine like an idiot. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do numbers on Vine, and I did really well, and then it shut down. So, whoops. I don't think I posted though. That's fair. That's fair. I loved Vine. Would still use it if it was around. It's funny. I feel like a lot of the people I followed on Vine back in the day, I've sort of found my way back to recently. Thinking about like Drew Gooden. Do you know that guy? Does a bunch of like really good YouTube essays, and they crack me up. I've been watching that a bunch. Hang on, where's the cooking music? Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, I think our chicken is almost done. Is looking pretty done. Turn the heat down. And then let's see what's next in this interesting recipe that we're doing. So preheat oven, that's fine. We can wait with that. Spray 9 by 13 inch pan with non-stick spray. 9 by 13? Yeah, whatever. Sure. 9 by 13, yeah, I got that. Is this 9 by 13? Could this be 9 by 13? I don't know. I mean, this serves 4 to 6 people, so maybe we want a bigger tray, actually. Don't know. Oh, Nikki's measuring? Oh, that's good.
So that's 7 by 10. Right?
7 by 10? Well, it's a little on the small side, but we can make a small portion. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do that. Exactly. That means leftover Doritos for the kobolds later, so it's pretty smart. So cover the bottom with half of the crushed chippy. Cathy says I usually use the trashy tortilla chips here and keep the Doritos for the topping. But we only have high quality Doritos, so they're going in. They're going in. All right, that is half. I mean, I could just eat this already. Looks delicious. Deliscos. Yum yum. Dump all the other ingredients in a bowl. Okay. Let me dump all other ingredients in a bowl. It's so blunt. It's so blunt. Cathy does not like, you know, flowery descriptions in her recipes. They are to the point, to say the least. So, dump all ingredients. So that's gotta be... Does that include the sour cream? Does that include the sour cream, though? You'd think you would top it with the sour cream, but it sounds like, no, that's just going in. Alright, sour cream. First up. Ay. And it calls for 225, so not this whole tin, but not far off either. Yo, slot machine win! That's amazing! I wish I could say it did anything in this stream, but we're on the cooking set, so my 3 dimensions are sadly lacking. Or it would have given you a free slime attack. I'm making a mess. Get a spoon for this. All right, that's our sour cream. There it is. There it is. Put that to the side. Wow. Read the complete recipe before you start. That way you know what goes in and what might be garnished. Yeah. Thankfully for these ones, they are pretty simple. I think the slime broke the bots, really? Did it actually? That's a lot of sour cream, it sure is. Let me try something, pistachio. That works. Maybe try it again? I can do it actually. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just a tiny hiccup. I have this pistachio. I have this suspicion that it's Windows 11 that kind of mess with my redeems. Remember last cooking stream as well, I said like, oh, I tested this like all day long and it was working perfectly, and then the moment I went live, it just stopped. I think it's a Windows 11 thing. So I need to figure that out. Maybe at some point I'll just install an older version of Windows or Linux. Something that doesn't auto-update. That would do my life wonders, I think. So I don't have to wake up one morning and find that everything is broken for no good reason. Cream of chicken soup. Cream of chicken soup. Where is my cream of chicken soup? That's just going in there? That's just going in there. Okay. Whatever you say, Cathy. Was that dude from Night in the Woods? No, that was the Twin Peaks theme song. That is... Oh, no. Oh. That doesn't look great. Cathy. Cathy Mitchell. Oh, okay. Cream of chicken and then tomatoes or salsa. 1.5 cups of chunky salsas. I'll do just the one then. I feel so wrong doing it like this. It don't feel right. It don't feel right, chat. Just don't. And then we have our chicken pieces. I'm just gonna take this over here actually and scoop this over. Oh, yum. Oh, yum. Yum, 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 yum is all I have to say about that. Next up is sweet corn. This time drained, thank Christ. Alright, draining the sweet corn. Draining, draining, draining. It has been drained. It has been drained. I'm not gonna do all of this, because that's too much corn. And everything looks like it's mostly corn today. So I'm just doing a little bit. I'm sick of seeing so much corn. Oh wow, that is a... Yep. 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 Yeah. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Just don't think about the food that you're making. Oh. Chunky sauce. Yep. Save half the cheese. Okay. So half of the cheese is gonna go in here. At least that's gonna be nice, adding some cheese to the mix, so you get a cheesy chippy mix. I can see that working. It needs some green desperately. All of these do. All of these recipes do. I agree with you. Maybe for the future, because I would like to keep using cookbooks like these. I've been having fun just trying some other people's recipes for once. maybe we could do an edition of this where I've picked out a couple of recipes and like improved them. Well, not specifically improved, but like taken them further, extended them. I think that could be interesting. Maybe not immediately after this, the next time, but at some point. I think we could do that. And I would like to do some more dump cakes as well. Dump cakes were so much fun. That is forever burnt into my brain when we had to pour the can of 7-Up onto like the cake, the dry cake mix powder, and it was just like creating a weird white foam, and we just put that into the air fryer, and then out comes an amazing fucking cake. I could not believe my eyes. That was magic. That one was magic. Dump dinners, not so much. Not so much. All right, mix this up. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and season as well, preemptively, okay? Sorry, not sorry. But you're getting some salt. You're getting some pepper. More pepper. And then it says just dump this in, right? Well, that's the name of the game today. Dumping. Dump over chips. Okay. Dump over chips. Oh. Yeah, man. It's it's a casserole and it looks just like human skin pink. Okay. Doritos on top. That will help. That will help. Maybe just even this out a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll make a little pile in the center and spread it out to the sides. Nice kobold slop. Yeah, this is a kobold dinner right here. This is a kobold dinner. It's just like cans of various things, soups, just like mixed together, and chippy, crushed up. Kobold dinner. Kobold dinner. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Well, there it is. This goes in for 20 minutes, it says. And then there's going to be cheese on top of that again at the very end. Wait, is it going to go back in with the cheese, or? Yeah, just return it to the oven until melted, it says. Well, let's clear some space over here. Ow, that was hot. Put it in my dog bowl. Yeah, this looks like dog food, doesn't it? Mm-mm. All right, we're going over here. You don't have a choice. You're just coming with me. I'm picking you up by the scruff. Just how it's gonna have to be. All right. That's in there. And 350s, I'm gonna say 170 maybe? 175? Sorry, I'm talking degrees. 350 Fahrenheit would be 180 maybe? I don't know. Does anyone know? Fluffy Dragon Chef in my recommended feed. That's me! That's me. Although I'm making some real slop today. How you doing? Welcome on in. Does anyone have 350 Fahrenheit to Celsius? I guess I can ask Alexa. What is 350 Fahrenheit in Celsius? 175. Got it. Boom. That's on. Alexa, be quiet. Once I ask her, she just starts yapping about everything. She just goes off on a tangent. I gotta be very direct and just tell her to shut up. It's the only way. So, how we feeling, chat? We just have to wait for this, really, and that's it. You wanna snack on some corn? Because we have lots of it. We have a lot of corn, you see. You could just stick a spoon in here and just go to town. Like, sure you could. Sure you could. Not a huge fan of corn? Really? Is that right? Is that right? You're already full? Lord Tank says, I'm still happy with today's food. I'm gonna echo what I said before. I love the concept. And everything that is in like the foreword for this book, I absolutely recognize and agree with. That it's super hard to get, time-efficient meals in a busy, irregular workday. How do you get all your nutrients? How do you get it at a good cost? How do you make it fast enough that you have the rest of your evening to spend? So that's what this book is all about. And I bet you there's some actual gems in there. We could have a look at a couple. So I think it's split into a few different categories. It goes into so much detail in the opening here, where you get an introduction to dump cooking. You get some advice on how to make this even simpler. So potentially I could have read this bullet point list and used a lot of the advice here to speed it up further. You have products that Cathy loves, which I'm sure was good sponsorship money whenever this came out. Morton's Nature Season. Blend of salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. Wow. Now that's a complicated blend. Meat, chicken, fish, seasoned salt. What does that imply? What do you think seasoned salt implies in this case? The fancier salt. Substitutions you have. Section for substitutions. And shortcuts you can take. Substitutions that will save you money. Love that, love that. And then you get into how to batch cook things ahead of time. So this is all meal prep stuff, which I didn't expect to be like included in the cookbook, but I like that it's there. I really like it. It shows you how to do chicken breasts, a whole chicken, how to like cook it and freeze it and have it ready for future meals, ground beef, rice, all the things you would sort of expect. Bacon, pasta, veggies, beans, eggs, trash can stock. Yum, 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 yum. You ever make a trash can stock before, chat? Do you know what it is? I've heard of this before this book, for sure. I think what it implies in this case is just all the leftover bits and bobs from when you like chop up vegetables and greens and herbs and things like those. You might have like a hard root part or something, part of the onion or the tip of a carrot. You just throw all of that in there in a pot with some water some seasoning, and you get basically vegetable stock. Because that's what it is a lot of the time, is just a bunch of vegetable scraps boiled. So, there you go. Homemade Lipton onion soup mix. Ranch seasoning. Italian dressing seasoning. Taco seasoning. I mentioned that before. Comes up a lot on these. I've seen that in videos too, where Cathy Mitchell cooks. She loves using taco seasoning in all of her foods. And 5 or less quick, delicious recipes in no time. So this is like stuff you can usually easily make with what you have at home at all times. So you don't even have to go out and buy anything. 1 tube Grand's biscuits, marinara sauce, pepperoni slices, olives, mozzarella cheese. That's a pizza right there. So actually, since I have you here, any Americans in chat? When it says Grand's biscuit, is it talking like biscuit as in biscuit and gravy? Is that like a specific brand of biscuit that you would serve for that kind of meal? Because I obviously am not assuming that it's biscuits as in, you know, stuff you have with your tea. Just a Maryland cookie? Yeah, it should be. It should be. Now, that's cooking. Now that's food. I love having 2 Maryland cookies and nothing else. Meal fit for kings. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just checking on my Dorito slop over there. I'm very intrigued by this. Sounds likely sushi, not sure about the specific brand. Okay. Barbecue pork chops with stewed apples. Best ever chicken parmesan. Chicken nacho casserole. Beef and broccoli stir fry. Tex-Mex skillet. Lot of Tex-Mex. Lot of Tex-Mex. Oh! Oh, look at this! Yeah, in the middle of the book, you get a couple of pictures for a couple of the dishes. Let's see. Deeply dished. That's the pizza we just talked about. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? I wonder what that base is gonna taste like if it's not like pizza dough, but more gravy biscuit dough. Beef and broccoli stir. That looks so dry and plain, can I just say? Oh. Yeah, that screams like 70s cooking for me. You have rice, you have broccoli, you have beef, no sauce, no seasoning. maybe a little bit of like sesame oil. Maybe, if you're lucky. Could be some on there. Could be. But that looks very dry, pretty plain. Yo! Oh, check this out, chat. We got some art! It's me! It's Rio from Shenmue! A little bit further away, Nikki. It's getting overexposed. Yeah, there we go. Yeah! Thank you so much. Nico is the person who made this right in chat. Nico! Thank you! Thank you so much. Oh, is this... Oh, someone suggested a full body hat. Yeah, that might be hard to see. Hang on. I can do this. I'm gonna adjust it on the fly here, okay? So you can see this. Just hold it there, Nikki. Can you see that? Maybe a little hard to see, but it's there. But it's there! That's me in a full body chef hat, okay? Alright. Okay.
Thank you, Mithril.
That's very cute. Thank you so much, Nico, for that. Thank you. Love to get a bit of art on the direct. And leaf, yeah. Yeah! Yeah, double large, double large. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have Sly with the Prime and 14 months. Thank you so much, Sly. Appreciate it. How you doing, Sly? Welcome on in. We are just waiting for our final disaster piece of the cooking stream to be done. Currently, we have a cheesy Dorito-y thing in the air fryer. It's almost done. Almost time to try it out. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, here's some more pictures. Look at this. Meatloaf and mashed potato muffins. Whoa. That looks interesting. I'll tell you what doesn't look interesting is lettuce on pizza. Not a fan of that. It's Mexican pizza, and it's just got a bunch of iceberg lettuce on there. So I am immediately turned off. I am immediately turning the page. That's how much I dislike that. Lettuce wraps. This is actually really good, and this looks seasoned well. Crispy beef. Looks not bad. Quick and easy steak fajitas. Oh, we love a good fajita. Especially of the sizzling kind. Roasted chicken and vegetables. Solid, solid. This is honestly the kind of cooking I grew up with a lot, like day to day. This is what my parents would usually make. Throw a bunch of vegetables together, usually some chicken, potatoes, and some different variations on that. Chicken and creamy bacon sauce. Wait, bacon sauce? Well, what? But what is the creamy bit there? I bet you it's like cream of chicken again mixed in there to make like a sauce. It's gotta be. Broccoli soup, that's a solid one. Game day chili. Oh, for the Super Bowl, right? I've heard whispers of this so-called event. Caramel pull-apart bread. We have lemon pepper roasted asparagus. Super easy cheesy breadsticks. Open face fajita omelet. That looks good. I would eat that. And coconut chicken stew. Chat, I think it's time to go check on our Doritos masterpiece. Might want to move this down one layer. It is bubbling. It is bubbling. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's not drop this. Ow! Ouch. Well, looks about done, but a couple more minutes. Couple more minutes. What do you? I have no idea what to expect with this one. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, how do I consume this? Is it just gonna be slop with like chippy bits in it? And I'm thinking, what is this gonna taste like? Is it just gonna taste like cream of chicken with Doritos in it? It's not unlikely. It's entirely possible. It could be exactly that. It has Doritos, it's probably alright. Yeah, you think Doritos are just gonna save it outright? I'm so intrigued. I am so intrigued. It looks tasty. Yeah, here's open. Here's open, right? Some stuff ready so we can plate this up. I was wondering when this book came out originally, actually. I don't know how long Cathy Mitchell has been relevant, but I assume the 80s, 90s. see, it should have a number somewhere. Cathy Mitchell. I might have to look it up online. Well, by the faded sticker on the back, it was sold in 2002. There's that, but I think it goes back quite a bit more than so. Anyway, our Doritos are looking pretty done. You ready for this? I don't think anyone's truly ready for whatever the hell this is. Least of all me. Least of all me. But here goes. Try and transfer this without getting stuck. Please. Oh! That is so hot. Wow. 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 Oh, wow. I don't know what to say. I have no idea what this is gonna be, so I don't know what to say. It sure looks orange. It looks orange. I expect this to be the best one today. Well, it's the longest recipe, so maybe. Could someone refund Mitch? I think the TTS might have not activated there. Sorry about that. All right, I'm gonna spoon some over. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, right. We forgot one step. A little bit of cheese on top. We gotta have our cheese. And this is actually supposed to go in for a little bit until it melts, but I see I got here just on time. Potentially. We don't know what this dish is gonna be like just yet. We're all very curious to see what this Dorito thing is that we've just made. I'm gonna let this melt for another minute in the air fryer. Sorry to go so much back and forth. I just forgot. Just so we get the melted cheese. But I promise you we're almost done. Go broke with cheese. Well, chat, who am I seeing in community night tomorrow? You know, it's almost Friday. If you didn't know, I host a VR chat event every single Friday. And the last one was really poppin', I have to say. We were at 52 people at peak, which is really quite good. It's a lot of people. But a great little atmosphere. I'm very excited. It's been really fun to see just people get so excited to get back into it after Nordic FuzzCon. Because, you know, it is the closest thing we have to a Nordic FuzzCon or a furry convention when there's not one on. Is community night. It very much has those vibes. And I adore that it has remained until this day, you know. Nothing's really changed with community night since we started doing it, and that's wild to me. Because I feel like so many other aspects of my stream and everything I do, it has changed. But community night has pretty much been the same since the start. It's people show up to a place, get to know each other, chit-chat, talk shit, have fun, party. It's good. Only thing that's changed is that it keeps getting better. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Definitely more people. Definitely more people than the first. I think the first one was like 5, 6 people, maybe? Which is not bad for a start, huh? But, yeah, different from, 52 people being in the same room at the same time. That's a lot of people in a room. Alright, the cheese is melted. I'm gonna take it out again. That looks better with the cheese on top. That it does. I still can't tell what the hell this is supposed to be, but it looks better. So there's that. Ooh, so cheesy. Oh, so cheesy. Oh, so cheesy. Oh, we love Dorito slop. We love it. Well, I would garnish and I would decorate this plate, but I don't think it's going to turn out looking all that much different. And also, that would be cheating. That would be cheating. And, I never break the rules. Not a single time in my life have I gone off recipe. You know me. You know me. All right. Gosh. It looks interesting, doesn't it, Nikki? Nikki's over here sniffing. Yeah. Nikki's nose is all up in that business. Huh? Do you want to try first, Nikki?
Yeah, sure.
Nikki is going in first. Chat, I'm going to hand it over to Pulse Pal, and I'll be back after their taste test and a review. I'll be right with you.
Hello, it's me, the Nick of Possum. I gotta say, this is the most American dish looking ever. It just looks like cheese and orange and, goop.
All natural colors.
All natural colors of the rainbow, yeah. But I do have to say, like, you can't beat that look. It's just like, just looking at it, that it's gonna, like, fill you up. You know what I mean? A hearty meal. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try to grab a little bit of everything. Really interesting on how the Dorito topping is gonna work. You can see it's very stringy. It's too difficult to eat. I need help from a kobold. Alright, whatever.
Just go in. Yum yum.
Damn, that's good. That's actually pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the texture, because it feels like you're just eating like goop. But flavor-wise, I mean, it's got Doritos, it's got cheese, it's got stuff in it. Can't go wrong with stuff in it.
It's basically all the things in the food pyramid that you want.
That's literally all the stuff in the food pyramid. That's literally what the food pyramid...
Doritos, cheesy, corn.
That's literally what the pyramid is made out of. Doritos and cheese and corn. But yeah, I think we should save a little bit of this for Hillelin, because they love corn. And I'll just have like one more bite. Noob employee asks, so it could work as a dip perhaps? A very heavy dip, yeah. Maybe. But the fact that it already has Doritos on top feels a bit excessive to have like chip, if that makes sense. But yeah, I could see. You know what I think would
if you
really...
took the Doritos out and dip Doritos
Yeah. I feel like this would also go good with like as filling for a wrap, maybe. But I think what would really elevate this would be a little bit of a touch of green, a bit of chives. Imagine a little bit of chives cut on top. think this would knock it out of the park. But yeah, flavor-wise, can't really go wrong with this. I would say solid 8 out of 10.
Whoa! Highest
Yeah.
score thus far, folks.
Good stuff, good stuff. And now I will return you Kobolds to Sushi so he can try it.
Ah ba 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 ba. Ah ba 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 ba. All right. Well, Nikki likes it. It looks very gloopy to me. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna try. Here we go. This is Sushi Fur. Taking a bite. Oh, I do like it. You know what this kind of tastes like? It has everything that I associate with tacos except the beef. And I kind of wish there was ground beef in there. If you had ground beef in there, then this would pretty much just be a taco blended up in a food processor into slop. That's what it tastes like. Which, I mean, that's good, right? It tastes like a taco. It tastes like a platter of nachos that have just been blended up. But, that aside, is good. It is good. I'm going in for seconds. It sounds like Hamburger Helper. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I really like it. I don't know how much you can eat of this. Is it supposed to be just a main by itself? Do you have sides with this? Like, what would you even do as a side for this? Just vegetables? I do wonder. But, not bad. I agree it's the best one today. 1 point above the soup, in my opinion. The soup was actually hearty. And I think that's what I'm gonna go for after the stream is over tonight. Because I'm gonna have some more soup. Because that was really filling and felt not too bad for me. This feels unhealthy as all hell. I'll say that much. But it is pretty addictive. It is pretty addictive. Oh, go on then. Just one more bite. I just, you know, I have to get the flavors, you know. Really try it, you know. Well, 8 out of 10 from me, I think. That's good. That's good. This one I can recommend as long as you're in the mood for something a bit trashy. I would not put this up there with any health foods, let's just say. But flavor-wise, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a chippy casserole made for kobolds, basically. Basically. Do I have a kobold anywhere? Can I stick a kobold in there? See if I can find a kobold I can put in there. Meow, meow, meow. So, imagine if you will, this is for demonstrational purposes only, okay?
Yep.
Imagine you're just this kobold. And I stick you in there. That's it. That's it, really. Oh, here's Nikki. Nikki's back, everyone. Oh my god, it's Nickopossum. I mean, Nickomartin. I mean, Nicky Martin. Amazing. Amazing. Well, chat, I think that is it for today. Gar is heading off. I gotta head off too. We've done... How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 recipes today? 4 recipes from Cathy Mitchell's Quick and Easy Dump Dinners cookbook. I'm gonna say, don't just maybe follow the recipes completely blindly, and definitely add some spices and things to the things you make. However, this is not at all a bad starting point when it comes to home cooking. It's all ingredients that are readily available, things that are cheap to buy, and easy to make. So I recommend it. I will still say that Cathy Mitchell's dessert cookbook, which I also have around here somewhere. I'm gonna say between these two, so far, Dump Cakes takes it, right? I'm more of a dinner person than I am a dessert person, but still, all of these turned out great. Like, actually great. Like, good cakes! Damn good cakes. Usually just from some cake mix and some sort of liquid. So I absolutely recommend this one, and recommend this one if you want to get started with home cooking and you want some simple alternatives. You want to learn how to prep food ahead of time, how to store it, stuff like that. This has a bunch of good advice, so I recommend you pick it up. Cathy Mitchell still is a real one to me. Again, I really love her attitude towards cooking and food and how it should be inclusive. That's also something I would like to, champion and bring forward with me as we keep doing cooking streams, etc. So go pick this up. Still holds up. Even if not all recipes are great, you'll definitely find something of value in there. I think the next time we do a cooking stream, chat, I'm gonna mix things up a little bit again. Maybe I'll do a recipe of my own, and then we can maybe return to some cookbooks down the line again. I would love to do even just more recipes, especially from the Dump Cakes cookbook. I think would be super, super fun. I had so much fun making the ones that we tried the other day. So here's hoping sometime soon Cathy Mitchell makes a return on stream. Chat, that is it for today. I would go do the hoard and everything, but I think we're playing it simple. You know how it is when I am on the cooking stream laptop a little bit. I'm going to take you over to the credit screen. I'm going to see who's live, and I'll raid on over and send you over to someone else. That is it for now. Chat, thank you so much for tuning on in today. I hope it was fun to watch, despite not being maybe the more traditional, finely perfected recipes that I like to showcase. I hope it was still entertaining. Hope it still looked somewhat tasty. That is it for now. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good Friday tomorrow, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully in community night, if you can make it. Good night, folks. Goodbye for now. This is Sushi signing off. Bye. All right, everyone. Courtesy of Boss Pal here, we have some raid suggestions. I'll take those. I'm going to send you over to Gunner. I don't know what Gunner is doing right now because I don't have Twitch open, but hopefully something entertaining. Probably eating cheese or something, like rats love to do. Give Gunner all my best. Once again, chat, have a great weekend. I shall see you soon. Take care, and goodbye for now.